Hello, I'm Andrew Butler, and in this particular video I'll be talking about the new Genoform and the new components that we've produced for Grasshopper. So I'm in Rhino at the moment. I'm just going to run Grasshopper. I've created a definition already to create just a simple vase, but I've just left the parameters that control it empty for now, just to explain the components. The new Genoform components can be found within the extra tab. The extra tab, and the two particular sliders that we've created, is the Genoform generation slider and the Genoform number slider. Now, the Genoform number slider is a direct representation of the standard slider, so you can edit it with exactly the same elements as the standard slider. It's min and it's max, and it works almost exactly the same as the standard slider, except it talks directly with Genoform and changes as you explore new design parameters within the Genoform program. Genoform generation slider is a slider that changes depending on how many generations you've got. If you just drag it into a new document and try and slide it, it won't work because there isn't any generations that have been created. Once those have been created, it will conform to the numbers that you've made. Now, with the number slider, if you copy and paste it, it will actually produce a completely new name. This is because Genoform can't read the same named parameter. So just to make it easier, when you copy and paste it, we force you to change the name. So I'm just going to go through and create the particular parameters for this definition. Now, because these are working natively in Grasshopper, we can still control them in Grasshopper without having to run Genoform, which is great. It means we don't need to always have Genoform running while we're using the sliders. So once you've created your definition, you'll need to save it, or otherwise Genoform won't know where to find it. And then if you run Genoform, here we go, it will automatically find the file and create an image of your model. Now this image is actually saved to the computer so that you can access it later. When Genoform actually creates generations, it will save them so that you can view them later, and so also so that the images can come up here in this little dialog box. So if I'll just bring up Grasshopper so you can see what happens when you generate with Genoform. I'll position it so we can also see the 3D view. Now, this particular element here is the parameters for generating the random numbers. The first one, this component here, is the amount of designs you need to create. Just need to point out, if you select one of these, you will need to select it once you've moved down. It needs to be selected to be blue. We will fix that up, but at the moment we're just going to have to deal with it. And within Grasshopper, you're going to need to have the slider at 100% wild so that the number will slide between the full min and the full maximum numbers that you've set in the parameter. If you want to deal with the other percentages, the way it works is it will take the percentage of what the number is right now, so let's say 6.31, it finds 50% of that number and it creates a minimum that is 50% larger than the number and 50% smaller than the number. So if you want to sort of hone down on a particular design, you have maybe very specific idea of what you want it to look like, and you set the parameters to about the area that you need it to be, and you just set it to maybe 20%, you'll get designs that are very similar to it compared to possibly the 100%. So I'm not going to create 50, I'm just going to create 10, and all we have to do is click generate once you've done that, and as you can see, the number sliders on the left here jumped around. The actual design here changed as well, and we can now slide through the different designs on Genoform to find the ones that we like. As well, the number slider up here, the Genoform generation slider, also controls that number, so you don't have to do that natively in Genoform. And if we need to tweak this particular design, let's just say we want it to increase in Z depth, there we go. So we can tweak it even though, and revert back to it later after we've tweaked it. Genoform also has a do not like button. So in this case, I think that's pretty useless vase. So I'm going to hit the do not like on it. Now, within Genoform, not within Grasshopper, it will skip it. So you can go through and look at all the particular ones that you like or do not like. And I will just move on to the next thing, which is the filters that we've created. These filters, if you drag them in, at the moment we don't have them working dynamically, so there's only a limit to 3 filters. If you connect them up with any form of measurement within the document, such as surface area, let's say, and we connect that up. When we create generations, the filter values come in to these 3 filters. What this means is when we generate, we can actually specifically ask Genoform to find which ones actually fit the criteria that we're asking it to. So we don't have to be amazing mathematicians to tweak these parameters so that it always stays the same, or the filters are always within a range. So now if I create generate, if I come to these filter values, the first filter here, filter 1, has actually placed the values within the bar, and now we can actually filter out the particular designs within Genoform to only see the ones that fit. So that is Genoform Basics. I hope you have fun with it, guys. Let us know if you want anything fixed or anything new. We're open to suggestion. And again, have fun. See you later.